My boys told me not to get emotional today, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. Jim, thank you for that introduction. And thank you, Steve Sheridan and Joanne Little, for all the help you gave me along the way. Thank you to the committee for seeing me through this induction. Thank you to Coach Bennett, who I know was instrumental in letting me stand here today. I talked to, and congratulations on his 2014 national championship. What a honor that was. I talked to the coach yesterday, and he said, Jack, we've got 11 freshmen on this team, and our guys came in 1975, and we had a freshman team of 20 guys. And he says, so I know that you know a little bit about what it takes to have an all-freshman team. Would you come in and talk to them today? So myself and my teammates went in and spent about an hour with the coach's team, and it was such an honor to talk to those boys and see the opportunity ahead of them. And many of my teammates said, if we could do it over again, we would do it in a heartbeat. We'd give anything to be back in that locker room. And I think the boys appreciated that message. So good luck to the coach for the rest of the season. I owe so much gratitude to so many people, and I'm going to start by saying thank you to Mr. Achilles for building that rink. At the time, it was state-of-the-art arena, and he donated all the funds. To Dr. Bonner for having the foresight to bring hockey back to Union College and to hire a guy like Ned Harkness to manage building the rink, recruiting a team, and putting Union College hockey on the map. My most significant debt of gratitude is to our coach, Ned Harkness. He's the only coach in NCAA history to win 2 national championships at 2 different schools, in hockey and lacrosse at RPI and Cornell. From the day I met him, he began teaching us how to win, not only on the ice, but in the game of life. He was an inspiration to us all. He became, after my playing days with him, he became one of my dearest and most cherished friends. He was a teacher and a mentor. He taught us how to play the game of hockey and how to win. I think our record was something like 45-7 in the time we were here. He said he was my friend. He asked me to be his best man at his second wedding after his beloved wife Irma had passed. And I had the sad privilege to be one of the eulogists at his funeral in 2008. I want to say we still miss you, Ned. I want to say thank you to a couple guys who were also instrumental in bringing hockey back to Union College. Ned came on the campus in 1974, and he had 2 guys that worked tirelessly with him. One of the guys is being honored today, Dave Sanderson. He and Dougie Burch were Ned's right-hand man when he was promoting, recruiting, and developing this program. So thank you to Doug and Dave. I owe thanks and heartfelt gratitude to a special Union College family. the Abbas. Some of you may know them. Chuck Sr. was class of 1951. Chuck Jr. was class of 74 and a member of the legendary 1972 basketball team here. His other son, Tommy, and Stevie was a member of the team 75 to 78 or 79, and their sister, Kathy. But Mrs. Abba was a very special lady, and today's her 90th birthday. And she said that the family couldn't be here, but she insisted that her son Steve come up here to represent their family. And the reason they were so special to me is they welcomed me into their home and their hearts, and I lived with them during my sophomore and junior years here at Union. And they treated me like their fourth son. So I owe a big debt of thanks to the Abba family. And happy birthday, Mrs. Abba. I hope you have a wonderful 90th today. Some others that I owe gratitude and a big thank you to is Father Erwin Schweigert, who is our team chaplain and our spiritual advisor while I was here at Union. And Doc Soa, who is our academic advisor, and Professor Ross, who was really helpful to me when I came back to finish my degree here at Union after my pro career was over. Another thing that was amazing in my time here at Union was the Booster Club. We had an amazing Booster Club. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. They were always there for us, going on the road, having us over for dinner, and just being terrific supporters. And I want to name some of them. Especially Neil Golub for his generosity, Howard Goldstock and Goldstock Sporting Goods, Harry Helfrich, Dr. George Voss, who you guys remember stitched us up more than a couple of times, the Gillespie family, the Feuerstein family, the De La Rocha family, who's here tonight, the DeBlazes, the Penfolds, Dr. and Mrs. Broll. Thank you very much. The Ferrara family, Sam Frankel, and just the way they opened their homes for us was simply amazing. Thank you. I certainly need to thank my teammates too. So many of them came here today. I think we've got 12 of the guys that came back from as far away as Scottsdale, South Carolina, Tampa, Boston. It's such a privilege and an honor to be here with you guys today. I'd like to ask you guys to stand up and be recognized for the championship caliber team that we were. Would you guys please stand up? I especially want to thank my buddy Steve Baker, who nominated me for this Hall of Fame. And I think he felt like he owed me something for all the shots I blocked for him. And recognized Kip Churchill, who was the other three-time captain here at Union. And he was a scoring machine. He had 59 goals and 73 assists for 132 points in only 54 games. And I certainly hope that his accomplishments will earn him a spot in this Hall of Fame someday. Donnie Marshall, our other captain. He was the hardest worker on the team. He never seemed to run out of energy, and he inspired us to work harder. Can't forget my buddy Pete Crawford. He was my sometime defense partner. He would say to me, Jack, just give me the puck and cover for me, because I'm going to be down at the other end generating some offense. And Skeeter Gazzola, who was the class clown of the team, he always kept the locker room loose and always had us laughing. I could tell a story about every one of you guys because you were a big part and are still a big part of my life. Competing with you every day on the ice under Ned's high-energy, constant motion practices made me a better hockey player. But being associated with you guys made me a better man. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for being here today. I want to remember two guys that aren't with us anymore. Brad Hinterberger was a big, tough left winger with a heavy shot and an infectious smile and laugh. And he passed away last May. And Dougie Burch, also known as Chumley, he was one of the most selfless guys I ever met. He did more for all the guys on the team than we could have ever expected. Such a guy that, I don't know, I'll miss him. And I want to give a big shout out to Kevin Cardos, number 7. He can't be with us today due to an illness, but he was a magician on the ice, and probably the most liked guy on the team. God bless you, Kevin. And I want to say thank you to my family, my mom and dad, Terry and Joanne, who sacrificed and put a lot of effort forth in raising 4 hockey players. And if any of you are hockey parents here, you know how hard a job that is. It's tireless, it's expensive, and thank you, Mom and Dad. To my wife, Doreen, who was my biggest supporter, and also sometimes my harshest critic. I'd come out of the locker room, I didn't need to have anybody else tell me how I played. She'd say, Jack, how'd you let that guy in front of the net go? Or, didn't you see Jenks standing at the corner? He was wide open. And so thank you, Doreen. Thank you for all your support. And my kids, Lindsay, Bobby, and Donnie, who are here today. It's been a lot of fun with you guys. And my grandchildren, Jackson, Alessandra, Braden, and Lucas, who are here, and our newest family member, Tareen. Thank you for being here to celebrate with me. Now I want to share a memory with you guys of my most memorable game here at Union. And it was memorable. It was a cold night in early January 1977, and a blizzard was roaring through Schenectady when the UNH Wildcats, the number 1 ranked team in collegiate hockey, Division I collegiate hockey, visited Union College. Their team had 6 future NHLers, including Bob Miller from the Bruins and Rod Langway from the Montreal Canadiens and Washington Capitals. And the last guy cut from the 1980 Olympic team, Ralph Cox. So they had a lot of firepower. We knew we could compete with Division I teams because we had already beaten Northeastern, St. Lawrence, and Ohio State. But these guys were number one in the country. And Ned said, they're coming after you, so you guys better be ready. In spite of the blizzard, it was standing room only. The game started, and through the second period, we were up 4-3. That was on goals by Willers, Judd, Feasby, and Cardos. Steve Baker was playing his heart off to try and keep this juggernaut from overwhelming us. The third period, we came back out for the third period. And UNH scored right away, tied the game up 4-4. And we battled back and forth for the next 10 minutes. At about the 10-minute mark of the third period, there was a face-off to the left of the UNH goalie, and Don Marshall was cruising into the circle, and I yelled to him, and he came back to me, and I said, Donnie, we can beat these guys, so let's quit screwing around and get one. And he went into the face-off circle. He won the draw, stepped around the UNH center, and fired a rocket over the UNH goalie's shoulder into the upper part of the net. And he raised his arms and turned around and skated over to me with a big smile and said, was that quick enough, Jack? I said, yeah, Donnie, that was quick enough. After that, we pumped 3 more goals into the net and one going away 8-4. From that day on, we knew that we could compete with any team at any division level in the country. Again, I want to say thank you to the other, and congratulations to the other recipients. It's an honor to be standing here with you guys. Thank you to my teammates and my family. And let's, after we're done here, and I'm sure it took over 5 minutes, but after we're done here, let's go over to Achilles Mesa. I'm sorry, Mesa Arena now, and cheer on Rick and the boys and watch them take it to St. Lawrence. Thank you very much.